Hey, what is up guys? Tyler here with Secureteam, and well, you're probably wondering where the hell have I been? No video in over 4 days straight. What is this guy doing? As to why I've been gone for almost a week now, I really can't say much at this point at least, other than to say that some things are happening behind the scenes and forces that are attempting to put the Secureteam channel into jeopardy, and we're not going to let that happen. So over the past week, I've been dealing with a number of things. Again, I can't get into it, but suffice it to say, the truth will not stop here. We will continue marching on just as we are today with this new video and with the new list of strange things happening and that we're going to talk about in today's video. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to talk about was, well, if you remember, in my most recent video, we were discussing a new case where people had been hearing these mystery booms that once again were rumbling houses. According to one man there, it shaked the entire town. This, of course, being the town of Gatesville, Texas. And when we did that video, we didn't really have too many details as to where the mystery booms were coming from, but we do have a small update here, which really only serves to make things even more mysterious, because once again, we have no concrete proof or answers as to where these strange sounds and ground rumblings are coming from. This after it had been confirmed that the explosion did not originate from Fort Hood, and this was confirmed by a spokesman of the fort. SpaceX also confirmed that it was not the source of any detonation. Then we have the U.S. Geological Survey saying that they didn't detect any seismic activity on Friday when this occurred, which I don't know how that could be when you had homes and houses and an entire town being shooken. Pictures falling off the wall, TVs falling over on their stands. I mean, something is happening underground. And maybe they're just saying that they haven't picked up anything on seismographs, but I simply don't understand how that could be with the specifics of this particular case. But I digress. The only closest activity that was picked up on seismographs was a magnitude of around 2.7 tremor in Arizona. So that really would have nothing to do with what has occurred in Gatesville, Texas. And so the mystery goes on, guys. Now, if you haven't heard the full story about what happened here in Texas, watch my most recent video, which I always put the link to at the end of the video that you can click on, or if you're on your phone or something like that. As always, I'll put the link to our most recent video down in the video description as well, so you can check it out. So, since my little 4-day hiatus, there have been a number of more strange things happening with just planet Earth. Forget space, forget aliens, because there's some strange stuff happening, guys. The first of those, I guess, would be the some 69 major earthquakes that hit the Pacific's Ring of Fire in just around a 48-hour time span, sparking fears that the big one is about to hit California. And this all started back on the 21st, 22nd of August, with certain heavy earthquakes occurring in Asian countries in recent weeks, followed by other quakes in Venezuela, all starting to show a pattern as if these earthquakes are slowly moving towards the East Coast and possibly even to Yellowstone, which could also be affected, according to scientists. So there were 69 major earthquakes that have hit the Earth's most active geological center disaster zone, you could call it, in a span of around 48 hours. There were 16 significant tremors, those at a magnitude of 4.5 or above, which shook the Pacific Ring of Fire on Monday, following a group of 53 more that hit the region on Sunday, but failed to reach the western coast of the U.S., leaving many with a very strong sigh of relief. However, these tremors have now raised concerns that California's big one, which is basically the earthquake that would be of magnitude 8 or greater, that could really do some damage, could be on the way. And scientists have previously warned that this Ring of Fire activity may trigger a domino effect that sets off earthquakes and volcanic eruptions elsewhere in the region. And we all know that California and a number of other states straddle and sit along the well-known San Andreas fault line, and that which many researchers will tell you is way overdue for a massive earthquake. And in fact, as it pertains to Yellowstone, scientists have come out and basically stated that, look, we're not as much worried about Yellowstone's volcano as we are the earthquakes that occur in this area. And this was echoed by a seismologist, Dr. Lucy Jones from the U.S. Geological Survey, who warned in a dramatic speech that people need to act to protect themselves rather than ignoring what's happening. So it seems like there's a lot of activity happening around the Earth and down in the Earth as we speak, guys, that may just be an early warning to things that could come on both the west and east coasts of the United States, and that we should be prepared, which I agree. So tell me what you guys think about this. And speaking of things happening down deep in the Earth, a lot of things happening underground lately. We have this new report after a couple of giant sinkholes suddenly appeared and completely drained this massive lagoon in Mexico, leaving all of the fish and crocodiles and life in the lagoon to perish. This and the fact that the entire ordeal has frightened the local population. So according to this report here, posted by strangesounds.org, and I'll put the link below, since Sunday evening, the Laguna de Chacan-Bacan was being drained by large sinkholes, taking with it the numerous species of animal life living within. The sinkholes are about 6 meters deep and up to 10 meters wide, and have already drained practically 80% of the water contained in the 200 hectares and up to 10 meters deep lagoon of Chacan-Bacan. Now, according to local reports, a loud roar was heard on Sunday, and just after, the lagoon started to drain underground. By Wednesday morning, almost 3/4 of the lagoon had dried up, and this is not the first time that such a surprising and unexpected phenomena has occurred in the area. And as you're seeing here in these photographs, we already have the local authorities out there, environmentalists, investigating what just has happened here. If indeed it was just, your average natural sinkhole, or if there's something more to this, if something unnatural is happening underground, which we've been seeing evidence of all around the world. So I'm definitely going to keep an eye on this. But from looking at these photos here, I mean, it just looks bad. The before and afters, it's definitely a mystery as to where all this water is going underground, and could this relate to these loud booms and shakings underground being heard around the world, not just in the US, where it appears almost as if something's being built. Massive amounts of dirt are being excavated and removed from deep below us. And again, we spoke about how they would do that and have done that in our most recent video, so check that out if you haven't yet. So we'll look for updates on this story, as well as any similar strange things to this happening around the world. And the last thing I'd like to show you guys is a very strange video that was posted by the Ken Day YouTube channel of what he's describing as a small-sized unknown flying object, or orb, or Foo Fighter, whatever you want to call it, captured up close on camera, just sort of floating and flying around like this little glowing white orb that at first sight you may think is a bug or something, but it has no wings, it has no discernible features. So with that, you guys check out this video. So what do you guys think? Tinkerbell? Some sort of insect cocoon floating on the air? And yeah, that's why it was kind of mysterious to me. It's just I've never seen something like this. The object definitely seems to have a mind of its own, and it was definitely strange enough for this guy to post it. So head over, show the guy some love who posted this. I'll put the link to it below, but have you seen something similar? Is it just something natural? I don't know. I've certainly never seen anything like that, but I wanted to post it here, so check it out. Tell me what you guys think. And with that, I am going to jump off here. And having taken 4 days off, you can bet your bottom dollar there's a lot of info. There's a lot to talk about in future videos, so stay tuned. I promise I'm not going to leave you guys hanging for another 4 or 5 days. All right, I've just had some stuff going on this week, which I will talk about in a future video. But everything's cool. I'm going to get back to work. To my Insomnia squad, I love you guys. Stay safe, enjoy your nights or mornings, and I will see you back in just a bit.